So I gotta say it, why is it that I always find that people selling computers with mangled cases? It's almost like they threw this thing down a flight of stairs. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Build Up Challenge, the series where we find old computers, fix them up with a few upgrades, sell them for a profit, then repeat that process over and over and over again until we can build an epic system that I will give away to one of you. Now, if you have been following along with the series, we have built 2 systems so far with the initial investment of $500 that we put into our bank. Now, after building both those systems, we were left with a remainder of only $13. But I am happy to report that the computer we built in episode 1 has sold for $380 and is now sitting on somebody else's desk, which will bring our total bankroll up to $393, which will be our budget for flipping this computer right here. Now, this system right here is an interesting one for sure. Generally, I try to stay away from buying computers that are around $200 because if the computer does need upgrades, then it really starts to dig into your profits. But this system right here is a little different. Now, aside from the obvious issue this computer has, like there being absolutely no top panel on this PC case, and the case is kind of held together by zip ties, this computer does have a Z590A Pro motherboard with an i3 10100F processor. There is 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. There is also a 250 gig SSD and a 1 terabyte 3.5 inch hard drive, and it has a triple fan 1070 Ti in it. So I'm pretty sure it's worth the $220 that I paid for this thing. Plus, you get an additional 10 FPS because you have all these LED strips inside of here. Now, when we talk about upgrades for this particular computer, if everything in here works properly, there isn't much that needs to be upgraded. And when I take a closer look at all the hardware, it is not even all that dirty, so it might not even need to be cleaned. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take everything out of this computer so that we can assess the damage and make a decision on what kind of upgrades we will be doing for this computer right here so that we can sell it and make some more money. So let's throw on some music and let's take this thing apart. So just like the last episode of the Build Up Challenge, this computer does not require a deep cleaning. There is only a surface layer of dust on everything, so I will go ahead and put the brush attachment on my blower, kind of go over everything, make sure we have a nice looking product for the final build. But one thing that is really dirty on this is the Intel CPU cooler that comes on this board. So rather than clean that, I'm gonna replace it because it is one of the few upgrades that we can do with this ID cooling CPU tower. Now, I chose this one because it has a white LED fan as opposed to going full RGB like we do with most computers. And the reason that I went with a white LED fan CPU cooler is because I am going to be replacing the case with this deep cool case. It does have 4 included white LED fans inside of it, so I wanted to make sure that the CPU cooler would match. Now, if you have been watching the PC Rehab for a little while, you will know that I have a bad taste in my mouth with deep cool, but I couldn't really pass up the price tag on this. Now, we will go over prices at the end and you will see why this is a good option, and I just kind of bit my tongue and went with the deep cool case. But what we got to do now is dust everything off and throw it in here and see if it turns on. So down in the comment section, let me know what your favorite part of a brand new PC build is, because if you're gonna ask me, my favorite part is when we turn a system on for the first time and we see that all of our hard work pays off by giving us an image. Now that's the part that we are at right now, where we turn this system on for the first time to see if it functions properly. Now I do love how this computer looks. I like the exterior being white and the interior being black. It matches with that CPU cooler really nice. I think it looks pretty good, even though it is a deep cool case, and I don't really like deep cool all that much. But now we are going to have to turn this thing on for the first time to see if it works. But before I do that, I do want to tell you that the gentleman who sold me this told me that he did not wipe his hard drives, so I don't know what his background is a picture of, and I don't want to take a risk of showing you guys anything inappropriate. So if we do receive an image from this computer, I will be unplugging this thing as fast as I can, because I don't want to run that risk. So let's go ahead and push this button and see what happens. Oh, we got fans. GPU fans are spinning. Let's see an image. Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it gets an image. Unplugged that so fast. So this thing gets an image. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna wipe his hard drives because I am not gonna access his personal information. I don't care. We're just gonna wipe all that clean, put a fresh installation of Windows on here, throw some games on, and let's see how well this thing performs. And then afterwards, we'll come up with a price tag on what we're gonna try and sell this thing for.
Hang on!
Hurry! I'm slipping!
Stay calm! Almost there!
That wasn't so bad.
Slow down. Your haste will cost us.
Sorry. More Draugr. But these aren't moving. Are they dead? I mean, more dead?
Boy.
Not dead, not dead!
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Watch your back! That was the last one over there. Don't worry, I'll check for us.
And Scotty landed near me. Stay alert.
But enemy shield program. Somehow they're shooting at me. Enemy taken down.
Cracked and Scotty.
Reloading.
Hostile radio.
Enemy shield.
Shots fired. Less than 1 minute. The ring is not far. I am falling. The All Father.
So I was pretty impressed at how well this computer performed in some games. Now, out of the 3 computers that we've built on the challenge so far, this is the most powerful one for sure. But the 10100F CPU is definitely something that would need to be replaced. You could put like maybe an i5, an i7 in here and get way more performance out of it. But ultimately, the gameplay was impressive, so I think that we should be able to get a pretty decent amount of money for this system. So when we talk about total build cost for this system right here, we did have $393 to spend. This computer originally cost me $220. I paid $22 for this CPU cooler right here, and I paid $59 for the Coolmaster case that it is in, bringing our total build cost to only $301. And I think that this computer will sell for somewhere around $440. So I can go ahead and list it for $480, and we'll probably get around $440 after we negotiate. Now, after building this system right here, we are left with only $92 in our bank account, but you can't think about that low dollar amount because we still have 2 computers that are selling right now. And if we get our asking price for both these computers that are selling, we should be somewhere around $915 to $920, which means we've already almost made $400 and we've only flipped 3 computers. So the more we do this, the faster those funds add up and the faster we get to building your computer. Now, before I end this video, I did want to say, if you are somebody who is in possession of an older gaming computer, maybe it's sitting in your closet or your garage somewhere collecting dust, and you do want to get rid of it, shoot me an email, because maybe I would be interested in purchasing it and using it for more content on our channel to help us get to our end result, which is building you guys one awesome computer a little bit faster. But even if you don't have a gaming computer rotting away in a corner somewhere, I do hope that no matter where you are in the world, you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.